Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome to another Dokkan Battle video. So today we're going to be looking at the two banner units that are going to be coming onto Global and JP, of course. But we're going to be talking about the Global side here in terms of what we're seeing here on the screen. So first we're going to look at transforming Vegeta here, the new one. And so he's you're not going to look at the leader skill on the side banner unit. He can guard all attacks for 5 turns on this first form, but we'll be seeing how it can be even better soon. And he gets some more stats if he takes damage, which you'll want to do since he's guarding. He'll be in the first spot. His defense might not be the absolute best of all time, but if you're going to be going hard on this banner, then you may pull a few dupes, which will allow him to have more stats. This is very good except for himself. Sadly, he's not getting it. I don't know why they have some kind of like thing where like he has to basically rely only on his potential orbs, and also this is really it. This is all he's really getting for defense. He's not getting this, unfortunately, and the 20% attack reduction is not really that useful on harder stages. Now, there are some more stages coming up for, lesser events, like, the collection of epic battles. That's kind of hard. On stream, I was having a hard time with no items against the last boss in some of those stages, so this could be useful in those lesser stages, but in Red Zone, of course, not really that useful. And then, once you're able to transform, after the fifth turn, from the start of battle, if the character receives an attack 6 times or more, you're probably going to be doing that a lot if you're in the first slot. And we'll be looking at his transform state very soon, but let's look at his links here. Not as important, really, I feel like, because he's a slot 1 unit, so he could probably survive with only like 2 links. So even though you'll be looking at the screen and being like, am I going to be using a lot of these characters? Probably not. You're not going to be using the first row of characters. I don't even know who any of these guys are. They're probably really old. In my opinion, I don't think you're going to be using any of these. You might use the Int Vegeta at the end there on the second row. I actually still use him sometimes, so I'll give it that. You may actually use him, but usually he's in the third spot for me at this point, and not in the second spot. So even so, you might use that AGL Blue Vegeta. I still use him. You may use the tech one next to him, although I really only use him with Majin Vegeta, in my opinion. I don't think he's worth it on any other team besides Majin Vegeta. And of course, Gohan, 5 links with him, so that's pretty good. Even though Gohan wants to be in the first spot too. He could be in the second spot, I guess, but not too bad. Of course, the Goku, the Carnival Goku, very nice. 5 links is still fine. So he links decently well with some characters, but a lot of this stuff here you're not going to be using ever. So let's look at his transform state. He exchanges out that support that he gave, by the way. If you're seeing that's a bit different here, there's no more support for everybody besides himself. But instead, I think this is a pretty good trade-off. He guards all attacks permanently now. So once you're able to get into this transform state, he will have permanent guard instead of it being only for a few turns. He has crits. I don't know if this guy's gonna pump out any kind of damage, especially since I don't know. Like, he has 300% attacking defense. I guess it's okay. He gets an additional, so he'll have 400%, and I believe he gets even more, especially with his super, his 12 key. But I don't know if he's going to pump out like a huge amount of damage. He might get like 6, 7, 8 million attack stat, maybe 9. I think I saw the numbers on early calcs. He can get around that much. I think 9 million, maybe even 10 million is probably going to be his maximum. Under 200%, has to be under 200% to get those numbers. But it seems okay. And I like the biggest thing you're bringing this guy for is this. Unconditional guard. Whereas very rare on some units nowadays. Usually there's a lot of units that have guard for only a few turns. There has to be a certain enemy in order for them to guard, stuff like that. But this guy just gets unconditional guard no matter what. I think that's very valuable. I think it's definitely worth trading off this attacking defense 30% for an unconditional guard, in my opinion. And I don't think anything here really changes. No, it's all the same. By the way, just shout out to that AGL Super Vegeta in the third spot right there. I love that guy. I love him. He is very good, by the way. If you're not looking at him that much, I think he is valuable. I think he is worth bringing along to lower stages, and you can hang in some red zone stages. So I shout out to him. Very quick shout out. So what do I think about this guy? Very good unit. Probably one of the best banner units of all time. This game's been running for a very long time now. I think this guy is one of the best banner units of all time, in my opinion. He's up there with the greats of Yajirobe and Aider when he's with Goku, youth Goku, and you know, stuff like that. Very, very good. If you are pulling on this banner, hopefully you can get a few of this guy, like I'm going to be hoping. So I'm going to be giving him a 9 out of 10. Very, very good unit. It's just that kind of sucks a little bit that he can't get defense on super, but he does have a lot of stats. So he probably will be able to tank pretty decently, right? Anyways, let's go ahead and look onto this Goku. Alright, let's look at this guy. Let's see if this guy's worth the hype. Let's go through the end here and let's see if this guy's worth that. So pure Saiyans and Hyper Saiyans, very good leader skill. So just like the other, the Int version has the same leader skill. So you can bring that. Pure Saiyans is very easy to obtain. Hybrid Saiyans is very easy to obtain. So the only bad part really is Power of Wishes, kind of small, and Exploding Rage. Let me click on this. Like, there actually are some good units in here. You do have Youth Goku, you do have Ultimate Gohan, you do have the Gohan, the Easy Aid Gohan that just recently Easy Aid. You do have the STR Goku, who's the Namek Goku. You do have the Super Saiyan Goku, the Tech 1. You're not using any extreme units, except for maybe Broly. Broly does have a 200% lead now, so Broly does have 200%. Very nice. You're not going to be using Frieza. Yeah, you're not going to be using Frieza on this team, unfortunately. It would be really cool, really funny to see that, but unfortunately no. And I think that's it. So I don't think Power Wishes has anything special on it. Let's very quickly look. I don't want to waste too much time on this. You do have that the recently Easy Aid in God Goku. You do have the Piccolo, the superhero Goku, superhero Piccolo. Sorry. You still have the STR Goku, which I like, by the way. I do think that he's undervalued a bit. Goku Kaioken, I don't think you're going to be bringing him to anything, but pretty funny to see him there. Nothing else really here. Let's move on forward, and you have that AGL Super Saiyan Goku who got Easy Aid during the 8th anniversary. You do have Super Saiyan God SS Goku, the Kaioken version that got Easy Aid during the anniversary. So that's possible. Some of these choices aren't really the best. Like, you can just ignore all the extreme units, for example. Unless some of these Super Saiyan God Goku's Easy Aid during the celebration, which we don't know about still, as of this video. It might change. It might have already changed. We might already know about it, but as I haven't looked. But the leader skill is pretty good. I wouldn't say it's the best of all time. If you agree with, if you say it's the best of all time, I'm gonna raise my hand and say that I'm gonna agree to disagree. I don't think it's the best. I think it's good. I don't think it's the best because there are some units down there that are lacking. So entrance animation, you get 100% attack when performing a super attack, and randomly changes key spheres for 6 turns. They have to be to physical for 6 turns from the start of turn when there are 6 or more super class. So there's a little bit of confusion with this. There's 7 people on your team, right? So one of those could be Broly, the Int Broly, who's very valuable, by the way. He is very good. So you could actually have the Int Broly and have 200% on him. I don't think he really needs 200%, but it's just nice to see, I guess. He doesn't need 200%. He carries himself from his passive alone. He doesn't really need the stats. It was just nice to have. He gets Ki +2, attack plus 150%, and you want to build this guy with additionals. Definitely with additionals, because we'll be seeing very shortly why you would want to have that. He has like 60% chance, I believe. This is what medium chance means. additional chance of evading super attacks. You're gonna get three or more key spheres with orb changing. Within those 6 turns, you're gonna be able to get 3 orbs. And then here's the best part, one of the best parts: guard all attacks if you get 6 or more, which is gonna be more likely since you're changing orbs to physical, and physical ones might already exist on the field, so that's even better. And then you get some more attacks. So this guy gets a huge amount of stats, and one of the best things that they gave him, he can stack. So in his base form, which you probably just want to stay in for the first 6 turns, you don't want to transform right away. This is not someone you want to transform right away. I saw this comparison and I agree completely. The cooler, the STR cooler, the TUR version, it was someone you never really wanted to transform that much. You really only transformed him if you wanted to finish off the enemy very quickly, because he can hit very hard when he transforms. This is kind of the same thing, where you don't really want to transform right away. You kind of want to sit on him a little bit, because he links really well with a lot of other extreme units. In his base form, of course in his transforms form too, but you know what I mean. So he can stack attack and defense, not just defense or not just attack. Attacking defense is a little slow, but it's very good that he can stack. So you want to stay in his base form for those 6 turns, and you're going to get this off more likely than not. You're going to get 6 more likely than not. Sorry about that. So he has pretty good categories, as you see, are Pure Saiyans, Goku's family, of course, Pure Saiyans, Super Saiyans, of course, Power Beyond Super Saiyan, ooh, the gods buff, Battle of Fate, Accelerated Battle. He does not, or he has movie heroes, so actually you could put him on first. I don't know if he links well with them or not, but you could put them on the Gamma's team because of Accelerated Battle and movie heroes. I don't know if they link well at all, though. We'll have to see. Ground a Parent Child, of course. Transformation boost, nah. Kamehameha was a very interesting one for me. You could run him with 2 Gohans, because 180% leader under Kamehameha. So there's been a lot of Gokus recently that are not under Kamehameha for some reason. This guy is, so it's very good. So you guys should run 2 Gohans with this guy. Anyways, let's go ahead and look at his what he links well with. So what I saw already, and we don't have this on global yet, but you can run the Kaioken Goku at the top there. Unfortunately, this Goku is not a representative of Universe 7, which I believe is what he needs, but I guess it's still fine. Of course, God's buff, 5 links, that's more than fine. The head scratcher really is that AGL Gogeta, he apparently doesn't link really well with his base form, which is a big problem because he really he needs links with people before he transforms. So that's kind of a head scratcher for me. I don't see even the top 25, he's not showing up in his base form, so that's kind of a head scratcher. Because normally I don't really transform Gogeta, usually the battle ends before I can even transform him. It's very rare when I can transform him. So you do have both MUI Gokus, which you're not going to run anymore, but they're still kind of fun to run sometimes, maybe in Ultimate Clash. You do have the Goku and Vegeta duo down there, the Int. 4 links, not too bad. Might be an excuse to use them. Some of these are really not the best choices though, guys. I'm gonna be honest. So for the most part, he must be only linking with 3 or less with a lot of characters, and I'm not liking that too much. He doesn't link really well with a lot of characters, it looks like. So that's kind of a problem in my opinion. But we'll see what his transform state looks like. But I'm surprised Gohan's not at the top of the list. And you want to know why that is? Because he does have Prepared for Battle, he does have Fierce Battle, he does have Over and Flash, he does have Shocking Speed. But here is the problem why you're not seeing a lot of those other characters you usually see. Warrior of Gods and Godly Power are two links that aren't really used that much. In fact, can we click on these? As you see here, that's it. That's it. There's no second page. This is it for this Warrior Gods. There's not very many options for that. And Godly Power, There is a second page, but I doubt it's gonna be anything special. Nope. That's the reason why you're not really seeing a lot of characters, guys. Because look at the options here. Not very many. I'm really surprised that Super Saiyan God Goku is not in there at all. Maybe because they have the same name, so they won't link it, so they won't even show up because they have the same name. They do have the same name. So you'll have to run if you want to run the int version as well and the tech version, they have to be in separate rotations, which sucks. I wish this guy's name was something different. Like, why couldn't this be called like Ritual of Saiyan's Goku or something? You know, like I just made that up just on the fly, like instantly. I could have thought of that. So let's look at this transform state, and let's go all the way down to the bottom and see if it's any better. So as you can see already, it's already a lot better. Unfortunately, we're in a pickle here, guys. You see the Gohan, you see all those Gokus there, but we're in a pickle because you really want to stay in the God Goku state for those 6 turns. And when you're in this state, unfortunately, you're not linking with anybody. I'm being very critical on this guy because I really think he's very good, by the way. This is why I'm being very critical on this guy. I'm trying to make you know, wash off the hype a little bit. I'm trying to get you guys more in the mindset of critical thinking here. And so, speaking of critical, let's talk about his critical hits. So you can, for 3 turns, at the start of a turn, and attacks effective against all types from the 4th turn. Very nice. Decent amount of stats. Because if you stay in it for the 6 turns, you're going to be stacking quite a bit. Especially if you have this guy beyond 55%, he's probably going to be stacking quite a lot. In my opinion, I think that's going to be quite good. So, he has evading a chance to evade, and launches an additional super attack. If you additional attack that has a chance of being him a super attack. He loses the guard though, so like that's what I was saying. You're really not going to be transforming this guy unless you don't care about the guard anymore because you're all built up at that point, or it's just almost over and you can finish him off very quickly, pretty much. Because most people, I like this form more anyways because I want to play with Super Saiyan God, but I just feel like this is more like, just like I said before, the cooler transformation. You really only use it if you want to finish them off. But his links are so much better on this form. Look, you can even put them in here. The Goku and Gohan, and also the swap over to Gohan. And then of course the EZA Gohan and all those Gokus there. So very nice in this transform state. Or Z transform state, I guess technically, right? His links are a bit better, as you can see. He has Golden War, he has Kamehameha, he has Prepare for Battle, he has Shocking Speed. All these are much more common links than these ones. And so, okay, this video is going way too long. When we wrap this up here, do I think this guy's the best TUR in the game? Yes. But I wanted to be more critical for you guys to understand that, yes, he may be the best TUR in the game right now, in my opinion. I don't think there's anyone better than this guy right now, because look at all those things that he offers in his base form, what you want to stay in for those 6 turns. Stacking, guard, as long as you get the orbs. Orb changer to physical. Huge amount of stats. A bunch of additionals for free. Like, and his leader skill is very good, as I should. Not the best of all time, but a very good leader skill. So this guy is definitely the best, in my opinion. I think they did this on purpose to make people pull. Last year, Majin Vegeta was good, but he wasn't the best of all time. I mean, it's easy to say that in retrospect, but he was the first 200% leader on Global. But anyways, this guy is definitely very good. I'm going to give him a 9.5 out of 10. I think he's getting a small... I'm being critical. I have to be critical if I'm not. This is how I am on this channel. I don't sugarcoat things. I don't like that he doesn't link for a whole lot of characters that I like to use in general. So he's not going to link all that well. He's probably going to only have like 2 to 3 links with most characters that you're going to be using more often. So with that being said, guys, thank you guys very much for watching. This might be my longest review ever. I don't want it to be this long, but I had to be in-depth and critical of this banner for you guys that are still trying to save for this 8th anniversary, but you're tempted to pull. Anyways, guys, that's going to be it. Thank you guys very much for watching. Appreciate you, and I hope to see you in the very next video. Peace.